Guys, and welcome back to my channel. Now in this video the baby is awake, so if you hear like the baby crying or something, if he does cry, then I'm gonna pause and go take care of him and then come back. But I'm going to be doing something, it's another topic, it's a topic that I'm going to be doing. I'm using my selfie stick, so and my like microphone right here, see it? And I'm going to be doing something. I'm getting ready to pack, by the way, and I'll explain that in my vlog. So you guys will see all that. But I'm going to be doing a topic called I'm Clumsy AF and the stories behind it. And this is, if you hear like noises in the background, it's the baby and the TV, but the TV is turned down. I turned it down as much as I could. But yeah. So the first one I want to talk about is I almost cut my toe off. The backstory about that was one day I was playing outside with my neighbor's dog, and because they got this dog for Christmas one year, and I forget what kind of dog she was, or she is, because they still have her. But I was outside playing with her, and I was barefooted, and I was running in my backyard. Well, in my backyard, well, it was technically our backyard because it was a apartment complex, but the apartment building, the one that I was in, had this metal box sticking outside of my yard. And I was running, and I guess I was running backwards, and I guess I sliced my pinky toe on the edge of the metal box, because it was sticking partially outside the ground. And it was, I mean, it was terrible. Like, it was bleeding so bad. Like, it hurt, and I ran inside, but then my neighbor was like, you're bleeding. And I looked, and my toe was open, like, almost hanging off. Almost. Like, it didn't go down to the bone, but it did skim a lot of skin. Like, it got quite a bit of my toe, and it was just pouring blood. And I didn't even go to the hospital for that. I did not go to the hospital at all for that. I literally just wrapped it up and called it a day. Like, I let it heal on its own. It took like that whole summer. I could barely go swimming. I couldn't walk really. I mean, it was awful. But I did go swimming. The chlorine just, helped it heal. Okay, the second one was wrecked my bike and fractured my right wrist. How this happened was I was riding my bike, because I had just gotten this bike like weeks before, and I was out riding my bike, and there was these kids that would make fun of me, because I got picked on all the fucking time. Like, I got made fun of all the time. I still do. But they were being really rude, and they were picking on me. And I went to flip them off with my right hand, and I wrecked my bike, landed on my hand, and fractured it. Like, it literally cracked. And they didn't even wrap it up. They put it in a sling and called it a day. Like, bitch, it was broken. Like, come on. It was, well, not broken, fractured. The next one is got hit by a car. Yes, I did get hit by a car. I was on my way home from school, and there was this lady that was, because I was getting ready to cross this road, and there was this lady that was stopped. She looked straight at me. She knew I was there. Like, she literally knew I was there. And I was getting ready to cross the road, because she was looking the other way, and then looked back and stared at me for a second. And then I went to walk across the street with my bike, and like get ready to ride across the street, and she started going, and it actually hit me and the bike. Like, I ended up on the ground, halfway, like, my bike was halfway under her car. Like, she freaked out, gave me a number. We went to the hospital. They called the cops. We were going to press charges, but the number was fake that she gave us because we called it the night that, like, right before we went to the hospital. And all they did was wrap my leg up and say, there you go. Like, because it was just bruised. It wasn't broken or anything, but I couldn't walk on it at the time. So, they wrapped it up and I was fine, like, maybe the next day or so. I slipped on black ice and sprained my tailbone. This one happened years ago, long time ago. I was at school. I was getting off the school bus, and it was winter. And I was walking towards the playground, because they let you play before you went inside. It was like third or fourth grade. And I slipped on black ice and sprained my tailbone, and it hurt really bad. I smashed my finger. It was my pinky, and it was like first grade. We were getting ready to go to the zoo, and I had walked in that building, put my hand somehow behind the door, and it smashed it. I lost my fingernail. I fell and busted my nose. I kind of forget how this one happened. He's being really loud in the background. I forget how this one happened. I think I was outside, like, playing, and because we lived in this one house, and it had a porch, and a front porch, and on our porch we had a like a swing, like one of those rocking sitting chair swing things. And I was running, and I tripped on the bar of the swing, and I landed on my nose, and it just started pouring blood. So, I fell downstairs and broke my 2 front teeth. I was a baby. I was like 2, maybe 2. And I don't know how this happened. I just remember my mom telling me, like, you fell down the stairs. Like, I think it was like 2 stairs or something like that. It was a couple stairs. And I broke my 2 front teeth. And then I remember they had to, like, put caps in, and, like, they were stuck in till I was like 7, and then we got them removed. Like, they just pulled my teeth out. Hurt like a bitch. Hurt really bad. It really did. It hurt. And then my regular ones grew, and then, yeah. Then the non-going to dentist journey happened. Twisted my ankle at recess. I think I was walking. Yeah, I was walking around because the school I went to, you would have to walk around at recess after lunch. Like, you would have to literally walk. Sometimes you had to run, but I always walked. And I was wearing these shoes. My stepdad called them clodhoppers because they were pretty big shoes. Not like big shoes as in like my feet are huge. No, big shoes as in like they were like tall. And I was walking, and I ended up twisting my ankle, and oh my god, it hurt so bad. The last one I'm gonna do, and this one happened, I want to say sixth grade. Yeah, it was 6th grade. I cut my eyebrow with my glasses. Now, how this happened was I was at after school mall. And how this happened, I went into the office for something, because I think I either had to go to the nurse or I just went into the office to turn in something. And I saw a couple of my friends walk down the hallway, and I was like, wait for me. So I ran out the door, and this particular door had stopped, because it always stopped, like right when you were walking out of it, it always stopped. So the door stopped, and I banged my head on the door, and my glasses that I had, because I lived with my dad at the time, so the glasses that I had cut my eyebrow. It was this one. It cut my eyebrow, And I remember that, like, that's why I have this, like, weird, like, scar thing right there. I hit my head on the door, and my eyebrow got cut by my glasses. How? I have no idea how the hell that happened. But literally, it was bleeding. Like, I had to go to the hospital. One of my aunts was actually the doctor that took care of me and did my stitches that day. And I remember, oh my God, the needle in my eyebrow hurt. I hate needles. So, like, this whole stitches thing, like, that was the first time I ever had stitches. My denture, or my teeth, was the second, and then my C-section was the third. So it was like the third time I had stitches there. I could have got stitches, or they could have glued my toe back together, but I just did not want to go to the hospital because I didn't know how that was going to happen. And it actually didn't hurt after a while. Like, I mean, it did after a while, but when it happened, it never hurt. So that is all the things that that had happened to me that makes me clumsy as hell. There is so many more, but I just can't remember. Those were the things on top of my head that I remembered. If you guys like this video, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe down below. Become a member of the Wolf Pack. There will be a vlog coming up after this one. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!